Hello Technodiet followers, we are taking a close look at the beautiful ASUS ROG Raikiri Pro gamepad model. I spent 1 to 2 weeks with the ROG Raikiri Pro. I can say that I used it especially on the computer. In terms of design, it has a similar structure to Xbox controllers. We can even say the same design. We see the Xbox logo in the center. As it is written on the box, it is an Xbox certified gamepad. The Raikiri Pro we have is also available in the standard model ROG Raikiri model. There is a difference between the ROG Raikiri Pro and the regular model with different technical features such as OLED screen. So we can say like this: the Pro model we have is in the same segment as the Xbox Elite controller, while the normal model is in the same segment as the standard Xbox controllers. When we look at the connection options, there are 3 different connection options: 2.4 GHz, USB dongle, Bluetooth, and wired. Let's underline that the wired connection will be used mostly on Xbox. With Bluetooth mode, you can also use it for mobile games on Android and iOS devices. I can say that I used it completely on the computer during this 1 or 2 week period. There is a small cover on the back of the gamepad. Under this cover we have our USB dongle. Sometimes the biggest problem for gamepad users is that this dongle disappears, so it's good to be careful. The gamepad is very visual, especially the ROG details are very prominent on the gamepad. The right side of the gamepad is transparent and the left side is a bit more ROG logos. Actually, we can say it's translucent. You can't see the gamepad completely, but these screwing parts and connection points can be seen in detail. To turn on the gamepad, press the button with the Xbox logo for a short while and the gamepad is activated. In the center, there is RGB lighting that comes diagonally like this. The RGB lighting creates a nice ambiance. There is no RGB lighting to catch your eye in dark environments. Again, you can customize this RGB lighting with ASUS Crate software. A 3-dimensional font is used on the X, A, B, Y keys. I mainly played EA Sports FC24 and I really liked the quality of the analogs during this process, and non-slip material is used on it. Other than that, it fits perfectly on your finger structurally, and I can say that it did not cause any problems for me during long use. One of the things that makes this gamepad special from other gamepads is the OLED screen. To access the menus on the OLED screen, you can use the buttons on the left and right sides of the Type-C slot to adjust many settings on the OLED screen. These include brightness settings, wallpaper, profile settings, battery details, connection options, and more. However, it is also possible to make all the adjustments on the gamepad through the Crate software without using these buttons. The LB and RB buttons have a slight click sound. Compared to the other trigger buttons, you can adjust the pressing distances of the trigger buttons below. There is a system on the back that you can adjust manually with your finger. For example, if you're playing an FPS game or if you're playing a different game, you can set different press sensitivity from game to game, and when you pull up, the click distance is shorter. If you're playing an FPS game, you only need to press lightly because the distance is so short that you can press the button immediately. However, if you're playing a different game, you can throw it back again to make the pressing distance longer. This is one of the details that many players will use. Some players may need additional buttons in some games, for which there are alternative M buttons. Even if you don't use the M keys, you don't accidentally press them while playing the game. You can already turn off the M keys on Crate if you are not going to use them. I can't say that I needed these buttons when I was playing games, but they may be needed in different games. On the front bottom panel, there is a 3.5mm headphone jack and a pairing button for Bluetooth connection. When we get to the Crate software, we can adjust many different settings. We set a customizable wallpaper through the software. We show the Techno Diet wallpaper on the OLED screen. It has a 1.3-inch screen and offers 128x40 resolution. The gamepad weighs 330 grams, which is quite good for a gamepad with a battery inside. Also, as mentioned, it offers a 48-hour battery life. Let's not forget that the OLED screen here will have a great impact on your usage time. We can see the battery percentage from the Crate software. As I said, I mostly played FC24, so the price might be a bit expensive. But if you're considering an Xbox Elite controller, you might want to consider the ASUS ROG Raikiri Pro. That said, the ROG Raikiri Pro is a really nice gamepad. What do you think of the ASUS ROG Raikiri Pro? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this one.